Are you ready to start discovering Kansas City? Discovering Kansas City is a weekly show dedicated to showcasing your product, business, or event.
We invented a product that is an impact absorption device. My name's Fielding Staten, company's Newtonoid Technologies. I was on the highway one day driving down the road and a rock actually flew up and hit my windshield of my truck and cracked it. And I was sitting there wondering, what causes that? That simple physics of, no place for the energy to go, I came up with the product. The ball bearing that will drop on it from 7 feet is 67 grams. So, it's talking about something that's 9 times heavier dropping on the product.
To begin the demonstration, we went to a local hardware store and we picked up single strength 3/32 panes of glass. One will have the AbsorBud, one will not. Okay, we start with the first pane of glass. Remember, this does not have the AbsorBud on it, and this is a 1-inch ball bearing weighing about 67 grams. Look familiar? Yeah, that happens every day, whether it's in a home or in a car. Now we're going to test the other piece of glass that has the AbsorBud on it.
Right now we have 3 US patents and 3 international patents. Our 4th patent is pending. You can stick these on the inside of your windshield, get the benefits of saving some money.
We started the business 16 months ago, and it was a hobby in my garage. My name is Dan Vollmer. I'm from Omaha, Nebraska. I'm the founder of Barnwood Trays. We'll show them the tray, and what they enjoy most about it is that we are preserving the barn and that we have a picture of the barn on the back, and we talk about the history of the barn. And they love the fact that it was something new, something different, something rustic. People decorate them for different seasons. They put them in different places. We have several customers who have 10 or 15 trays, and they're all throughout their house. It's gone from a little garage operation to a full-blown business. What's cool about this is we get to go build stuff every day or tear stuff down.
These kids and this staff do more for me than I could ever do for them. They've been life changers to me.
They care about you. They're there for you. What can we do for you? We've got people that are going to help you. They push hard and they fight every day for you.
They've caught sicknesses before it was a problem, and literally, I believe, saved his life. So we're very grateful for Children's Mercy. This time around, we've been here since December 22nd.
This time we've been here since the 22nd of January.
When he was born in respiratory distress and came here immediately to the NICU.
We've been coming here for 11 years. He was 6 months old the first time we came up here.
Dylan is 14 years old, and he has Mobius syndrome and dysautonomia. And was there for 3.5 months, and then was an inpatient for the majority of the first 2.5 years of his life.
He was born with 2 soft spots open. They're supposed to be 8, so they had to go in and reshape his skull. He's working on his 16th surgery, just fixing him from head to toe.
There's medicine and there's the equipment and there's all those pieces that are so important, but it's also really important to support the emotional aspects. We play bingo every Tuesday night. We have a dog visitation program where dogs come and visit the kids. We have lots of different partnerships with different organizations in the city that help us bring really special experiences to the kids while they're here.
It's nice to get out of the room and give them a fun thing to do.
It takes away the stress of being here. It gives the kids something to look forward to.
How we doing tonight? Y'all ready for some bingo? I'm ready for some bingo.
I'm surprised of what different superheroes there were.
I'm not a rock star, obviously, but when I walk in that room, I feel like how I would imagine a rock star feels.
And looks at you with these wide eyes, and truly you are the living version of their hero.
You get that look, you feel energy. You honest to goodness feel energy in that room when you walk in. You having fun?
Yeah.
All right.
So which one was your favorite?
The Ghostbuster.
I heard him mention that and I got excited. You can ask them, I was like, did he just say Ghostbusters was his favorite? Like that, I mean, if you could have stepped in my head and just felt how excited I was, it's like a kid on Christmas morning.
It truly is mind-boggling to them when they see you, because you are something that they see in a comic book. You are something that they see on a cartoon.
Did you fight an evil yet?
Of course, all the time, right? What kind of evil do you think I fight? You don't see them with tubes and wires and rolling in, in a wheelchair or the carts. You don't see them like that. You see them truly as perfect little human beings.
It's an amazing place to know that we can get all of our doctors in one place.
The nurses are amazing.
We are known for the care that we provide, and I think that's what makes us a special hospital.
You know that when you come here, you're going to be taken care of. One way or another, they're going to find a way to take care of you. And they're going to try to offer you the best support that they can in the best way that they know how.
And it's not just us that come in costume. There's so many other faces that we may not recognize every day that they wear those green vests in here and they give of their time through whatever it is that they're doing. And those people to me are the real heroes. Those are the ones that are taking time out of their day. They're not looking for any attention or anything. They're coming to help this staff, these families, and those kids have a better life when they're in here, even if it's just a temporary stay.
Kansas City's annual fall tradition is back. Join us downtown for the Junior League of Kansas City, Missouri's Holiday Mart. This one-stop shopping extravaganza features nearly 200 retailers. You'll find unique, one-of-a-kind gifts. There's something for everyone on your holiday shopping list. Kansas City's only non-profit holiday show is truly great shopping for a great cause. The money raised benefits our community. Purchase tickets online or at Hen House. See you at Holiday Mart.
For many of us, our first encounter with beer is rarely love at first taste.
I do remember the first time I tasted beer, and it was gross.
Brewing's an interesting art because it's this science, things have to be perfect and exact.
So exact, many home brewers break up with the idea of perfecting their brew skills after a couple batches.
It's so close to boiling.
Becoming a professional brewer isn't
rocket science.
But a biochemistry class does help.
My name's Emily Yeager.
Emily learned how to brew from a friend in college. She was studying to be a pediatrician until a school assignment on alcohol fermentation.
That's when it clicked, where I was like, oh, I love beer, and I know how to brew beer, and this makes sense now. I actually know what I'm doing. Boil is on.
I was very impressed with her background, which was in biology and science.
Keith Thompson was one of the professionals who discovered Emily when she just so happened to stop by and drop off some bottles of her brew to a bartender friend at McCoy's Public House in Kansas City, which ended up being like a first date.
I was really nervous. Usually I'm really excited and I'm, more than happy to share, but this was a different thing where, this was a matter of my future. This is sticky.
Emily eventually got the job and now she's an assistant brewer at the brew pub. The only problem she's had, finding footwear.
It's hard to find women's size steel-toed waterproof chemical-resistant boots.
But she did, thanks to the Pink Boots Society, a group of women brewers from around the world. She is now one of the 1,600 members.
I think I got this one too full. Yeah, there's not a whole bunch of us.
The first batch Emily brewed was a quick success.
Sold out of all the bottles in like 20 minutes. That is the black IPA that I made.
Now her own IPA recipe is almost ready for customers.
Pretty proud of this one? Yeah, I do love it.
A love Emily discovered for not just the end product, but the process itself. Sometimes just thinking about working on your fitness,
drive through those legs, there you go. Hold it over, hand over hand. That's tough though, there you go.
Can cause fatigue and a lot of excuses.
Did you work out today?
No, the playoffs. Did you?
No, I forgot my sneakers.
I don't think I need it today.
I missed the cab.
Excuses won't work. Nick Bolton is your trainer.
Stationary is not really a functional exercise.
Nick knows his own training paid off so well, Stone Cold Steve Austin handpicked the former firefighter to compete in his new CMT reality show, Broken Skull Challenge.
You know, it was a great experience. It was intense.
Even if you don't want to be reality show fit,
Nick's still hanging on.
Start with something simple and do it for even 20 minutes a day.
Okay, now we're going to step up the pace a little bit.
You know, anything that you enjoy doing. If you enjoy being outside, get outside and do some exercises or just activity in general.
The rope pull is becoming popular and you don't even need a gym.
There you go. Pull it over, hand over hand.
Tie a rope to even a duffel bag full of anything around the house that can weigh it down.
Nice.
And you can use the rope for a different type of pull-up.
Holding that rope is what's really going to be worked out for those forearm muscles to help strengthen those up.
That is tough.
Another trick, the tire flip.
You know, probably estimate that being about between 300 and 400 pounds probably.
Whew. We had something like this when I was a kid, but there was sand in the middle of it.
If you don't have a tire, you can also lift anything around the house, like a bag of mulch, sand, even cat litter. But in the end, it's all about staying active.
It's just doing the little things and doing those consistently.
So you can walk away from your workout ready for your reality, even if it happens to end up on TV.
I can't be responsible for what happens after you take a bite. Craig Adcock of Jude's Rum Cake, based here in Kansas City, and Belly Up Barbecue. I was a caterer and I needed a dessert, so I ended up creating a rum cake. My mother-in-law, Judy, which the cake's named after, actually used to bake all the cakes. I was working in corporate America. Then I left corporate America and now I bake all the cakes. I do gourmet catering, I make seasonings, and then my alter ego is the rum cake. So I make rum cakes, I sell it around the nation, sell it to different restaurants, and eat more than my fair share.
There is more to taking in this view than just some hot air.
It's like sitting up there watching the world go by.
Setup takes several crew and even a canine from pilot Joel Sturdivant.
Get the bag. Get that bag. Come on. Hand me that rope. So this is Leica. He is part of the crew.
Joel adopted Leica about 10 years ago from a local animal shelter and taught him some high-flying tricks.
At one point, we were working on this high-altitude ball drop. And I got him up to about 400 or 500 feet where I dropped the ball and we'd catch it almost every time.
But it was a short-lived trick since Leica started following the balloon after each catch. And yes, Leica flies too.
He actually uses these step poles as little windows. He looks out these as he's flying.
But before you step into the basket, you have to get the balloon ready.
What you're going to do right here, put your foot on a lower cable right there, and you're going to hold that open and high and as wide as you can.
About 15 minutes later, and after checking the wind speed and direction, you are way up before you know it.
Now I'm taking off pretty hot right now, and the reason I'm doing that is I want to see if I can get up and get that wind to bring us back. We are right at 1,000 feet. As we're flying along, the balloon just will naturally cool off a little bit and start to come down a little bit. So I'm just maintaining that altitude as we're flying along by adding a little heat.
Joel's been flying the Remax balloon since 1981. And once again, he'll be competing against about 60 others in this weekend's Great Midwest Balloon Fest.
We'll be dropping little markers like this. They'll have our competition number on them. They don't weigh very much. We'll do toss of these at the target. Whoever comes closest wins the race.
There is no other show like this. Segments with original content that you can share over any digital platform after it airs on TV. So, are you ready to start discovering Kansas City?